Hey y'all, hey my friends, happy pre-Friday. Oh my gosh, 4-day week, 4-day work weeks. To me, I feel like you work harder. You off for one day and they be getting their 5 days out of you, especially if you're a paper pusher office worker like me. You doing 5 days worth of work in 4 days, Anyway, I was a little intrigued because I think she's a TikTok or whatever internet sensation. Grandma Holla died. If you don't know who she is, she was kind of low-key famous. She's a very, very old black woman who had a very, very strong opinion. She didn't care about your feelings. She cussed. She said like Chris Rock was a bitch ass nigga when Will Smith slapped him. Anyway, she was good entertainment. She was funny. She reminded me of that old great grandma who is too old to care about anybody's feelings. But anyway, she's the topic of my car rant because when she died, I said to myself, oh man, when's the GoFundMe coming out? I just knew the GoFundMe was coming. And lo and behold, the Shade Room puts up Grandma's Holla GoFundMe page because somebody stole $12,500 from Grandma Holla and then she died. And I'm just saying to myself, Lord have mercy. I'm inundated with GoFundMes. So I give money to GoFundMes. I don't like to express my philanthropic nature because I think it sullies it and makes it dirty. But I give. I do. My co-worker's friend, he's in a wheelchair. He had a van business where he would wash cars and the van was stolen. I gave money to that. Recently, Mount Vernon High School cheerleading team made it or qualified to go to nationals, which is held in Florida, and they need money to get there. So I give to things like that. However, I don't give money to rich people or celebrities because you're rich. Case in point, Erykah Badu's sister. Erykah Badu is promoting a GoFundMe page for her sister's house who burned the house burned down. Erykah Badu needs a GoFundMe page for her sister's house? I can't do it. I'm poor compared to these celebrities. Like, I'm not giving money to a celebrity. A disenfranchised high school in a low poverty neighborhood, mostly black and brown students whose cheerleading captain was stabbed a few months ago and killed, and they still qualified to go to nationals and they need money to go to Florida. That's who deserve the money. Not Erykah Badu's sister. I'm sorry. It's just not. And if Erykah Badu's sister does need the money, then the sister should be promoting the GoFundMe page, not her famous sister. So anyway, and then I'm being real shady for this one, but someone I know had an issue with their property. I'm going to be as very basic as possible. Anyway, natural disaster happened. They needed massive repairs. Somebody made a GoFundMe page for them. They didn't make it themselves. Somebody in their family made it, but it was endorsed by the person I know. And it gave commentary on what needed to be done and da-da-da-da-da. And I gave money. And then not a few days later, these people were in the Bahamas or some Caribbean island on the beach. I was fucking livid. Now, I know vacations aren't planned a week in advance. I understand that this was probably planned before the natural disaster happens, and it'll be stupid to cancel it and not go and potentially lose the money. However, I or anybody who else gave should not know that you went And how I know they went, they posted it on the same social media platform that was the GoFundMe was posted on. Where is the tactfulness? That is tacky as fuck. And please know, I'm saying it now, and I said it to the relative of the person, not the relative of the person who started it, another relative, that was tacky as fuck. And if I could find a way to get my money back, I would have. People are just dumb as fuck. How are you going to ask for money and then promote your vacation? And most of these people who gave you money probably haven't been on a vacation in 4 years, like myself. I haven't been on the last vacation that we went with the kids overseas on a plane was 4 years ago. I took my kids to Puerto Rico. And then the last road trip we had was Virginia Beach, and we drove. We don't go anywhere. So, and I'm not the only one. But you don't jet set across the world simultaneously asking for money. And if you are jet setting, the people on the same platform that you are asking money from should not know. It damn sure shouldn't be put in our faces that you're suntanning and you're having a good time with and putting captions like we've been through a lot, we deserve it. No, the fuck you don't deserve shit if you asking for money from people. And that's where I don't, like, I'm stuttering, because let me tell you something. I would prostitute my husband on the street, have him pleasuring little old ladies before I ask for anybody for some money. My pride is just way too fucking high. I can't. If my mommy passed right away and I didn't have the money to pay her, I damn sure wouldn't be having no fish fry for no Fune. Nope. That Fune would be within my means. I would have to cater the whole thing, do whatever I needed to do, but you will never, ever see no GoFundMe page for nothing coming from me. My pride is way too fucking high. And maybe that's a bad thing. And maybe I'm envious of people who have no shame in asking for money. Like, If anybody watches, I think it's BMF. The mama didn't want to take the drug money and got the sister wearing hand-me-down bras. I would have took the money. I would have took if my son is selling drugs and it comes to the point where my daughter got to wear hand-me-down bras. Now I'm going to tell my son, no, don't do it. But you can't control people. You could just tell them something, but you have no control. People have no control on other people. You think you might, but you don't. They go do whatever they want to do. My mama keep thinking she got control over me. She don't. Just like I don't have control over my 4-year-olds. Everything I ask them to do is a request and not a demand. It has to be. We're not in slavery times. Nobody owns anybody. You don't have no control over nobody. And if you think you have control over your kids, trust me, when they're not around you, they doing whatever the fuck they want to do. They might give you the illusion because they don't want to hear your mouth. But if they want to do something, they'll find a way. They'll find a way. So, I say this to say that regular people, organizations, nonprofits, those are the people that should be having GoFundMe. Those are the people that need money. You work in a school and you a first year teacher, or even not, and you need school supplies and your school district isn't giving you money. That's who needs a GoFundMe. You want to start a club in the school. You want to start a photography club, but there's no money in the budget for the club, and you need to buy cameras. That's who you give money to. But not no celebrity and not no TikTok star with some bullshit about how money was stolen from her. Potter's Field. I didn't have money to have a exorbitant, extravagant wedding. My mother funded my wedding, and I basically established a budget with her, and I did the whole wedding plus honeymoon on the budget. I was not having no debt for no wedding. Just like I'm not going to have no GoFundMe to bury her ass. If she don't have no insurance, and this is what I'm talking about, niggas who don't have, like, why doesn't this woman have insurance to bury her? Why? Now, I know my mama going to be buried because she does whatever she needs to do to make sure there is money to bury her. And I'm still frugal. I might not even use all of it to bury her because I don't believe in breaking the bank for celebrations. I don't. I think you could have the same celebration with a $10,000 wedding that you can with a $100,000 wedding. Because let me tell you something. I've been to $100,000 weddings and them people are divorced. And my little less than $10,000 wedding and honeymoon, and we still together. I'm a finance-minded person. That is a bad return on investment. Just like expensive colleges. Y'all be going to these colleges, $40,000 plus a year, graduating with $120,000 worth of debt, and working with my ass who went to CUNY school and transferred to Toro College because I worked there and went for free. And y'all working with me making the same amount of money. Don't make no sense. You get education elsewhere. Let me tell you something. I got my master's degrees paid off. Paid off. I could have went to a very expensive MBA program. I could have went to NYU. I could have went to Fordham. I could have went to all of these expensive places. I could have got in, but not me. My MBA, it has the same accreditation as somebody who went to a nice school. Now make sure you pick an accredited school now. Make sure it has national accreditation. So your degree is not as worthless as the paper is printed on. But these GoFundMes are getting out of hand. Like, I really think a lot of them really have the money. Y'all have the money. But why spend your money when you could spend other people's money? It'd be a cold day in hell before I give Erykah Badu money, sister, GoFundMe for a house. Bitch, you been rich. If there was a category below coach, my ass would be on there. But you had the opportunity to fly first class, jet set across the world. You was fucking famous, and now you asking the poor people for money? Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Also, fun fact, it be the ones who had money asking for money. You used to be rich, and because of your bad life decisions and poor investments, you now asking the people who did whatever they need to do for money. It's like, what is that? Is that a Bible thing? I don't think it's a Bible thing. I think it was like one of these stories they used to teach at Sunday school. Because yes, I went to Sunday school a few times when I was a child. About being prepared, right? I don't know if it's a fable or a folk tale, but anyway, you had the squirrels or whatever who would spend the whole entire summer and spring prepping for the winter, gathering the nuts, doing everything that they needed to do. And then you had the other animals just enjoying their summer and enjoying their spring. And when the winter came, they had no food and they died. I'm being very generalized, right? So you got people like us that did everything that we were supposed to do. We didn't take extravagant trips. We didn't spend our money on jewelry. We did whatever we were supposed to do to ensure our financial stability while you had fun with your money. And now stuff happens and you are now asking money from the people who did whatever they were supposed to do. That's bullshit. That's fucking bullshit. I did whatever I was supposed to do, and I see that you were living your life and that you don't have money for emergencies and rainy days. You won't get $1 from me. Because one thing you don't see on my social media page is me flaunting how I spend my money. Now, let's be clear. I am frugal, not cheap. There's a big difference between being frugal and cheap. I'm not cheap. I'm frugal and responsible. I spend money, but I spend money on what I like. And if I can't afford something, then I don't get it, or I do whatever I need to do to get it. But I also am responsible enough to know to have money for rainy fucking days. Like if one of us was to lose our job, like if me and my husband was to lose our job, we could look for employment for about 6 months before, no, how much I gotta say? Yes. None of us have to work for 6 months while we look for a job. But after 6 months, we would have to get something. It don't have to be, we would have to work at Target or something to sustain going another 6 months. Like we would have to get some kind of minimum wage job, because after 6 months, that's it, it's done. Or if we needed to get the roof repaired, we could do that. Or if the boiler went in our house, we could do that. Or the hot water heater, we could do that. But that's not gonna happen. Them brand new. I made sure they was brand new when I bought the house. They had a 25-year-old hot water heater when I bought the house, and I was like, no. You change that, or you taking off $2,000. Not having no 25-year-old hot water heater. But anyway, but there is money set aside for that. So I'm just really frustrated, and with the inundation, is that a word it is today? Being inundated with GoFundMe's from people who I've witnessed have above middle class lifestyles. Like, these are not regular people. I'm middle class. I'm not even upper middle class anymore. I am comfortably strapped in the middle. I don't qualify for no motherfucking service, not nothing. And you know the middle class gets hit the hardest with taxes. We don't qualify for shit, and they expect us to pay for everything. I am dead struck in the middle of middle class. And I've witnessed people living above middle class lifestyles for years and then asking for money. I would never. I would sell my husband to old women before we do that. Like, I would be promoting me and his very awkward OnlyFans pages before I ask for money. Our OnlyFans page would be riddled with grunts and moans of pains and knee and back popping and awkward situation, and him screaming, "You hold your leg up," and I'd be like, "Nah, you hold it up. It's too heavy. Let me hold my stomach up." That's what it would sound like. But I'd be promoting that shit before you ever see a GoFundMe page for anything. And if anything ever happens to me or my husband and somebody else makes a GoFundMe page for me, I'll be pissed off. Thank you for your initiative, but no thank you. No thank you. Nope. I'll do it out, or I'll make other means to make money. I'll be a phone sex operator like Roscoe from Roscoe's Modern Life before that happens. Anyway, how do you feel about GoFundMe pages for celebrity people? Now, I'm not talking about the disenfranchised and low-income people. I'm not talking about that. If you a single mom and you struggling and your kid needs braces, you need a GoFundMe page. And you got one job paying you $20 an hour, and you with a kid and that kid needs braces, you deserve a GoFundMe page. But if you a TikTok star with millions of views making money and you die and your people got to GoFundMe, no, she would be in Potter's Field. Not I, said the cat. Let me know how you guys feel. Bye.